In the reveal trailer for Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch, we got next to no information. Of course, we know that Mario and Link are returning, but everyone already expected that. The spotlight was on the Inklings, but honestly, we all expected that to be in the next iteration of Smash as well. Apart from that, the only really concrete thing we got was the 2018, because even though in my opinion it will not be a port, it will be a new game, even I'll admit that we don't know that for sure. Obviously, until we see gameplay, we just don't know. So I've already speculated about the characters, but what else do we know about from the trailer? That's right, 2018 release date. However, that's even really vague. I mean, we're only in March of 2018, so it could honestly be at any time. So in this video, we are going to be speculating and theorizing which day Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch will release. We're going to be going month by month and eventually narrowing it down to a week and maybe even a specific date. Now, honestly, there's probably no way I get this right, but I feel like it'll be interesting to look back and see my thought process after we eventually have the game. So with that all out of the way, let's get started. So right now we are in March, and I'm gonna hit April, May, June, and July all with a positive 0%. I mean, no one really thought it was gonna release any of these times anyway. It's just all no, there's no way. About August, I personally think there's zero chance. However, we gotta look at all possible angles here. I will be the first one to tell you that I am quite biased towards thinking that this is a new game. I mean, that just seems to be what all the evidence is pointing towards, but I will admit that we don't know yet and we shouldn't take anything for given. So if this is possibly a port, which I do not think it is, but we gotta look at all angles, then it could possibly be released in August. Still a very, very low chance, but it could potentially happen. That's why I'm giving August a very small 1% chance. I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but technically it could. Moving on to September, this is an interesting one. I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably think it's just a 1% chance, just like August, but I actually am pretty confident that it's higher than 1%. However, I'm not saying it specifically will launch in September, I'm just saying it is more possible than you might think at first glance. Reason being is the Nintendo Switch Online. Tatsumi Kimishima has said to expect big things alongside Nintendo Switch Online, and what's bigger than Smash? In a similar interview, he stated that he wants the Nintendo Switch to sell 20 million units in 2018 alone. Now, that's an astronomical goal, and I don't know about you guys, but that's just not going to happen without a big, supported online service. I mean, this is a huge part of the Switch that we pretty much know nothing about. I'm assuming they're going to explain it a lot in E3, and either one of two things is going to happen. One, they're going to announce something like a Mario Maker port that kind of launches alongside the Switch Online service, or two, Smash will be there. I don't really think that Smash will launch alongside the Nintendo Switch Online service. I'm pretty sure it'll be like a Mario Maker port or something along those lines that uses the online service and helps kind of showcase it. But it is more than possible that it could launch September, but once again, not super likely. So I'm going to have to hit that with a 19% just to kind of even things out with the 1% in August. So yeah, that's 20% for August and September combined. Next, let's move into October. October is an interesting month because, honestly, it's usually kind of a quiet month for Nintendo. Now, I say usually because in recent years, they've really blown it out, with games like Super Mario Odyssey and Fire Emblem Warriors launching within a week of each other last October. But October is kind of that weird month where it's close to the holidays but not exactly there. However, it's nowhere near close to summer, so you can't do anything like that. It's a bit of an odd time to release a game. However, they did just release 2 major games last October, so you really never know. If Super Mario Odyssey launched in November last year, I'd have to give October a 10%, but due to the fact that they just blew out this huge October event last year with Super Mario Odyssey and Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm going to have to give October a solid 20% chance of release date. So with that, we get to November, and November is honestly where I think they will release this game. It just seems like the perfect time. It's not too far away from the Nintendo Switch Online service, if you release it towards the beginning of November, that is. And it's quite close to the holidays as well, so it presents a fresh, new, big game for the holidays. It's right in that sweet spot where a lot of people will probably be buying the Switch for the holidays and need a game to go along with it. Also, months such as September and October I feel like are a bit too soon given that this game was just even announced in March. So with that out of the way, I'm giving November a solid 50% chance, meaning that the remaining 10% goes into December. It could possibly happen in December, I'll give it that. However, it is very unlikely due to the fact that it's a bit close to the holidays, and November is the time where you can really capitalize on the holidays, because December is just a bit too close to it, a bit too crammed. I don't know, it just doesn't really work out that well. If they do somehow release it in December, it would definitely be a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 type of situation, where it's released within the first week. Xenoblade was literally released December 1st, and I can't see Smash going later than that. And quickly I would like to mention, no, this game is not being delayed past its 2018 window. I was 95% sure it was coming in 2018 before today, just because, you know, it said 2018 in the trailer. Also, Nintendo hasn't really delayed a game at all since the launch of the Switch. But today it just pushed it over because we're literally gonna get to see a tournament of this game played at E3. That shows to me that right now even, this game is quite close to completion. They might already be working on DLC or maybe something like Subspace Emissary, the single player. Honestly, who knows, but yeah, it is not getting delayed. Now, obviously from the percents, I believe that it is coming in November. However, I honestly can't even narrow it down within November too much. I think it'll be released towards the middle of November, because as I talked about in that description, November is kind of the sweet spot and you want to hit right in the middle of that to capitalize on the holiday, but also the Nintendo Switch Online service's launch. So if I had to pick a specific day, I would say Friday the 16th of November 2018 will be the day we get Smash Bros. For the Switch. Mainly because it's the middle Friday of the month and Nintendo pretty much always releases their games on a Friday. But with that all out of the way, what do you guys think? Hopefully you think my percents were at least somewhat fair. I know some people will probably be upset that I even gave a chance to August, but I mean, I had to cover all my bases. But regardless, what do you guys think? Make your predictions down in the comments below, and somehow if any of you guys actually end up getting it right, I don't know, I'll give a big shout out or something. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot believe that we are so close to E3 already. We're gonna get amazing new details on this game and probably the release date then too, so stay tuned. I'm Thomas on the Switch Shop, signing off. Peace.